And we're going to welcome up to the stage, just back from the Brantford Comedy Festival. Yeah, but that's not all. It gets better. She just found out a movie she co-starred in got nominated for 3 Geminis. Yeah, so let's welcome to the stage, big, warm NGP welcome from Marilla Wex.
Hello everyone. Good evening, guys. I don't want to play with this one because otherwise I have to stand like this. It's not even on, fuck that. I can't tell you how happy I am with my choice of set this evening. I've come to you tonight to talk about boobs! Yeah. We have some fans. I thought it would be so. Not just any old fun bags though. These tatas in particular. Thank you. You may have noticed they're rather large. I'll stand side on so you can get the full effect. 38 double D, sir. Which is preposterous, considering my feet are size 6. So according to the laws of physics, I shouldn't be able to stand up straight without tipping forward. I am, in effect, the human embodiment of the drinking bird. Not going to lie to you, they've been getting on my nerves recently. I was going to say tits, that's redundant. I thought they'd settle down when I hit 40, you know, start acting a bit more grown up. Not a bit of it. Lost some weight over the summer, thinking that'll teach them a lesson. No. Still as unremittingly perky and desperate for attention as ever. They actually get bigger when I ovulate, which is really irritating because then I keep catching them in my peripheral vision. I'm like, what the fuck is that? It's just my tits. Got so pissed off with them once I seriously considered having a reduction. But my boyfriend at the time burst into tears and accused me of trying to ruin his life. True story. I've got to admit, they are a big hit with the guys and babies who approach them with the exact same expression on their face. Although my husband swears up and down, he didn't notice them until the first time we got naked. I remember him doing a double take and saying, where the fuck did those come from? Like I'd been actively concealing them from him. Which is impossible without 24 yards of crepe bandage and some mad origami skills. Apparently. I don't always have big boobs, that would be weird. I was actually a tiny little girl in grade school, to the extent that my nickname was Twiglet. Up until grade 6, when the titty fairy came. And then it morphed overnight into Mamzilla. Do girls in Canadian grade school have that test for big boobs where you put a pencil underneath each one and walk about? Do you? I could fit a whole packet of pencils under this one, and a notebook under that one, which was handy for sketch portraits, but stopped me getting laid till I was 19. Still like to keep things in my bra. TTC pass, house keys, snacks. I don't deliberately carry snacks. It's just that's where my food tends to end up really careful. My cleavage is in effect a crumb collection device. Which is handy when you go to the pictures, because a couple of hours later when you take your kit off, your boobs are covered in melted chocolate and bits of popcorn. Makes for a tasty midnight snack. In Japan, they've actually invented a bra that comes complete with reusable, collapsible chopsticks built in, which is intended to decrease the amount of use of disposable chopsticks and presumably increase the amount of women prepared to take their tops off in restaurants and root around in their underwear. So that's a win-win. I don't think the chopstick bra comes in my size though. I'm the sad sack you see at the Sensor crawling around on the floor, desperately searching for something that doesn't look like scaffolding with a bit of lace thrown over it. I was hoping for a microphone stand because I have to use my both hands now, but I'm just going to put it down here. That's attractive, got a picture of that. That'll be going on our website. I've got what's known as a very full cup, which basically means my boobs are spherical. this whole set is just an excuse for me to touch myself. Thanks. So I have to be very careful when I buy my bras, because if they're too low cut, I end up with 4 snack packs, or in effect, an udder. Tried the minimizer bra, that shit. That just kind of smushes everything into a sort of mono boob. And I'll take snack packs over mono boob any day of the week, because in my book, cow is sexier than circus freak. Just saying. So my bras tend to be rather huge and apparently quite alarming looking, because I remember one time I was staying with one of my first boyfriend's parents and his dad came into my room. We weren't doing anything, but I had left one of my bras in the middle of the floor, and his dad physically recoiled from it with a look on his face like he expected it to snap shut on his ankle like a bear trap, or whisk him off into a nearby tree ready to be eviscerated by a predator. He overreacted, is what I'm saying. Bras, overreaction. Oh yeah. So there are certain activities that are quite difficult when you have rackage. The first of which being running. You know, you have to hold on to them or you could black your eye. Folding your arms. Do you go over the top? That's awkward. Do you go underneath? That just makes them look bigger. Walking through crowded rooms without boob checking, all and sundry. Virtually impossible. You may think that it's easy to look great in clothes with chestage. Not true, my friends. No. Right? No. If I buy a jacket that fits me across here, invariably the arms are too long. Because apparently only very tall, gangly women are allowed to have massive tits. Which I think is unfair, because I can't afford to tailor my clothes. So I either end up looking like a little girl playing dress up, or a 1980s DJ with my sleeves rolled up. Neither of which is alluring, sir. Neither of which is alluring. I don't like to take my movements too seriously, and to be perfectly frank, I don't really appreciate it when others treat them with too much respect. I actually finished with a boyfriend once, because he was a little bit too earnest about my tatas. If he'd said to me, "You've got great jugs," or "What a fantastic pair of top bollocks," that would have been fine. What he actually said was, "You've got really nice breasts," which for me was the female equivalent of a cockadoodle downer. So I'll leave you with this. I understand that, you know, for a lot of men, well, some men, well, one guy, these were too much to handle.
Ross.
Do you know somebody who finds it hard to deal with large breasts? Yeah, you do, they're all like, yeah, Ross. I think you're all too young to have been my boyfriend. Anyway, God bless you for that. I actually overheard a boyfriend of mine telling his friend that getting to second base with me was like climbing the north face of the Eiger. A little bit cheeky, I thought, don't worry, I had the last laugh. I made sure he overheard me telling my girlfriend that scoring a home run with him was a little bit like throwing a mouse in a cathedral. Don't mess with Manzilla. I'm Marilla Wex. Enjoy your night, nerds.
Marilla Wex! 2-part comedy, 1-part therapy. That's my life. You know what's cool about Marilla as well? She sounds a little bit like a female Stephen Fry. So now I've got Sackboy from Little Big Planet in my head talking about